pulled. They throw you into a kind of a cave. It's not a very deep cave, but it's enough to more like like a hole dug in the dirt, but it's enough to hide line of sight, basically. And the priest, robed guy, you definitely recognize that his magic was not arcane. Stands in front of you and says, "So, mage, why were you wise while your friends were foolish?"
Probably because you were beating on us.
Looks at
Even
you.
a dog would defend himself if attacked.
I don't understand, though. You chose to flee with us. Keep your word. The others hid like scum.
I barely know those guys. I met them on the way here. You know how hard it is for a mage to survive by himself?
I do not. I don't know any living mages.
I feel like we got on the wrong foot. Just an adventurer, just in the wrong place, wrong time.
Why were you with the bandits?
We just heard fighting, and we just went to investigate, and there were big, giant monsters attacking people. So, we did what probably anybody does, helped them out. And then you guys came out, and I was like, what by the gods is happening here?
Oh, you misunderstood. You were trying to do good, but didn't understand the true situation. I see. And he sits down in front of you, crossing his legs. Adventurers are very useful once they understand what the situation really is. Those ogres, they're under divine protection.
Those are ogres?
He looks at you like, he tilts his head like, is this guy an idiot? Or is he trying to, is he screwing with me? Yes. They're
Oh, I
ogres.
saw there were trolls. Sorry.
What wizarding school did you go to again?
It is not from this part of the land. I was kind of sold as a...
Which one? I know all of the wizarding schools.
The Wizard School of Magic. Did I even say it? I tell him my wizard.
So
school.
you are scum as well, liar.
For what?
There is no such school as that.
No, I actually try to tell him my school, but I can't remember it.
You can't wizard that can't remember
Like,
where he
from my
learned how to
description.
cast magic.
I think he's talking to Bowden, not to the...
To Bowden.
guy.
I'm talking to Bowden. I'm trying to look at my fucking bio. Did I put it somewhere?
Doesn't matter. You just pick a place. Frankly, it's not gonna matter what you say. He's not gonna know the name of it.
I will say Faerun. There's a magical school there. I was taught by Jim Dark Magic.
You are a liar and scum. Do you have a license in the city? And he nods, and you're pretty sure it's supposed to be at least in the direction of Sauderod.
I tried to get one, but I failed.
So you're not a wizard at all, then.
I can do magic if you want me to show you.
I'm sure you can do some kind of trickery. But that doesn't make you a wizard. Are you a sorcerer? A warlock? And his eyes get...
No, wizard. Well, I was not in my best day when I went to do that test, so I was planning to taking it today. I was heading back there to do that. But
you're... How stupid do you think I am? You just told me you were wandering by those ruins when you saw a fight, and you're trying to convince me you were just on your way back to be testing in the city at the same time? Sir.
And at the same
You are
time,
a
I
liar.
met a bandit group, or whatever you seem to call them, and an army that has ogres working for
He
them.
stands up. Nobody wanders by the ruins. I was giving you an opportunity to tell me the truth. I see that is not going to happen. The next time I question you will not be so pleasant. And he walks away, and a couple guys come up and club you. You're unconscious. It's very bad for your health.
Oh, God.
All right, and then you're going to wake up. You will wake up in a few hours in a place that you don't recognize. We're going to just do a very brief flashback to the other folks. So Nasima, Ursak, and Kasim, you're not being wined and dined exactly, but they're sharing their rations with you. You've been able to share with them that you saved the one guy or stabilized the guy, show where he is in the commander's room. You they find the other person stuffed under the bed, and they're not necessarily like thrilled about it, but they recognize you didn't kill him when you could have. And then basically they're favorable towards you, and and one guy says, "So, why don't you sign up with us?"
I didn't process that as words. What did you say? I'm
Your
sorry.
mic is up, Arlo.
What did you say? I'm sorry, I missed that.
Which part did you miss? I said a few things.
Whatever his statement was, it just didn't process in my brain as actual
So,
words.
why don't you join us?
For dinner? Certainly.
We're already eating, man.
Obviously, I'm talking. He looks at Ursak. So you must be the leader here.
Yeah, I'm the bright one in the group. Really, we've been sent here to investigate, just to learn a little bit more about your guys' cause. We don't understand everything. We're not from this land.
Are you spies then? I mean, are you trying to report things in the Gazette? Who do you think?
If I were a spy, would I be so open about what I was doing? I'm just
Maybe.
here to learn. I'm from a foreign land, and we don't want to get into anything without understanding what's really happening.
Where are you from? We've had suspicions that there's been interferences
We're
in
from.
the condominium.
We are from a land very far away.
I think it's called Meizoun out of character.
Yes, we are from Meizoun. Meizoun. Yeah,
Meizoun.
Meizoun province, across the waters.
Across the. Nobody sails across those waters.
I know.
Storms would destroy their ships.
Who?
Storms would destroy their ships.
We got lucky. I don't know what to tell you.
There are certainly some very sturdy ships that can make it across, I assure you. I was on one of them.
It's like, well, I don't see any reason why you would lie about coming from such a place. That doesn't make sense. But I can't just let you leave once you have information of our condition here. So I have to, when he says this, I regret to inform you that, and as he stands up, some other guys like start looming around. You're pretty actually sure you could take the guys that are immediately around you, but there are quite a few still in the ruins themselves.
Please, allow us to continue this conversation. I am curious about your ways. It seemed that you were under attack last night, but unfortunately we were not able to make it here to help.
You knew we were under attack, which...
We were far away, but there were these flying things that were striking.
The manticores.
Perhaps. Do they have spiky tails?
Those evil bastards. Can't believe they were able to enslave them. Spiky tails. They're manticores. Of course they do.
Then yes, those are exactly what we've been fighting for quite a time now.
We don't know all the names of the creatures here yet.
Quite a time.
Well,
are you
yes.
veteran manticore hunters?
Well,
Can we hire
no.
you?
It's been
Perhaps not quite a time, but we've been attacked a lot.
adventure talk. It's been 2 days.
We fought them 3 times. That's actually quite a bit, okay?
They hamper all of our movements.
Oh. He looks disappointed. Well, all the more reason to join us. If they are fighting you, then they must assume you're with us. Why not actually be with us?
What is your cause?
Freedom for the condominium. Freedom from the Khanate. Freedom from anyone that would interfere with us.
While that does sound quite noble, I must admit I still feel it sounds a bit vague. Do you
Freedom is vague?
How would you earn such freedoms?
By casting them out. Who do you think those soldiers were? They're certainly not from the condominium.
Then who were they from?
He looks back at her sock. So, you really are the leader, huh?
Meh. You know.
Where do you think they're from?
I would assume they're from the Khanate you called them.
Correct. And he looks at Kasim like with a... What is this guy?
You only have one enemy in this land? You are quite privileged.
Ursa
Khanate
puts his hand on his forehead.
The Khanate surrounds us on all sides in the land. The pirates harry us at the sea. But we have enemies all over. There are many kings, many nobles that hate us because of our freedom.
And what should happen when you win your freedom from these enemies?
We'll continue to be able to trade and live our lives as we please. There are people starving in the capital, well, the chief city of the condominium. simply because they won't let us engage in commerce. People want to trade with us. We provide goods and services, but the Khana interferes. All right, so we're gonna go back. You guys can turn those rooms for a minute. We're gonna go back to Reinhardt. All right, Reinhardt,
Yep.
you wake up. There is rough cut stone around you. Stones, I should say. So it seems to be in some kind of man-made structure. You are still gagged, or gagged again, I should say. Your hands are in these weird mitts, like inside of them, it holds your fingers in place,
They're mittens with Chinese finger traps inside.
basically. They're made out of very thick
Them
thick
bastards.
leather. Yeah, you're pretty sure they've dealt with mages before. Like shortly, I mean, you wake up, you're awake for a little while, but not too long before. You hear people outside of what you're coming to think of as your cell. The door opens, the light from a torch comes in. It's very uncomfortable. And there is a figure there that you do not recognize. It says, "This is the one we captured? He's not a Sodaron at all." And he looks, and you hear some whispering behind. He said, "Fine, bring him. We'll see if he has the will to withstand me." And he does the dramatic cape sweep as he turns around and walks away. And some regular guards come in and pick you up as they walk you through some stone halls. Classic, dankness. These things are obviously not made well. Cassim would be very disappointed in them. And they haul you to what you would think of as being an audience hall. And they throw you on the floor in front of again, I'm trying to think, because you're not from Mazoon exactly. I'm going to assume you're a nomad, so you'd find this particularly gaudy and distasteful throne room. Big tapestries everywhere, gold, silver, vessels, things like that. I mean, lots of wealth on display. You're not quite sure who they're trying to impress. Yeah, you're still gagged. And you're on your hands and knees and kind of looking up, and it says, "Ungag him, release him. Well, do not release his hands, but ungag him so he may answer my questions."
Blah. Oh,
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. I mean, by the wizards.
Well played. By the wizards. It says, "So, who are you? And don't tell me you're from Sodarad. I know that's not true."
Name's Reinhard Jolt. I am a wizard. I came in a boat, but if I remember correctly, it got destroyed, right?
No.
No.
Your guys' boat did not get destroyed. Many others did.
I came on a boat from across the seas, which... What else do you want to know?
What is your purpose here?
Finding jobs. I'm an adventurer.
And he says, "Reinhard Jolt." When he says your name, there's like a reverberation in reality. And you feel that you are compelled to tell the complete and utter truth. And he says, "Why are you in these lands?"
I was...
And you will give the most complete answer that you are able to give.
I was sent by my master, Sakurai, to investigate the so-called bandits. And there's also a figure in the town that's probably the mayor, but not probably the mayor. And when we got there, we were supposed to understand what their motives were and whatever, etc. And they were getting attacked by trolls and creatures. And then your dickhead buddy over there, wizard asshole, attacked us.
He raises his hand, "Stop." And you are
I
compelled
spoke
to
as
stop.
truthfully as at a character.
You're compelled to stop.
Okay.
And he looks at him and says, "You said he's a magic wielder and he speaks such imbecility before me? I asked him why he is here and he tells me why he left the city. He never told me why he was in the city in the first place, or who he truly is, or who he serves." He turns and looks at you. "Who are you? Why are you here?"
Reinhard Jolt. I was captured by one of your...
That is a
associates.
name.
Oh, my master is Sakurai.
That is a name. Who are you? Why are you here?
I am confused.
He pauses and leans back as if that was a profound statement. Confusion does lead us
I was hit many times.
many places. Stop. Please. Stop. Wisdom from the mouth of babes, I suppose. He knows nothing. He looks at the... And you see now that the robed figure is kind of standing off the side. And I'm not certain he can be useful to us. You may kill him.
Wait, what?
And the robed figure stands forward and kind of next to Reinhardt says, Sir, Master, he travels with others as well. They have some power. They were able to fight our ogres. And I believe by now they may have the trust of the bandits. If you put a gaze on him, he may give us information or be able to lead the bandits into a trap so that we can clear out those vermin for good. And the guy that's up on the throne nods and says, so be it. Turns back and looks around. Reinhard Jolt.
If it's a spell attack, I will give him a 2. On my divination.
And you see like this shimmer of energy around him. And he gets distracted and looks around and says, oh. Reinhard Jolt.
The tried.
And this time the force is like soul crushing. Says, you have some talent after all. You will be a servant to me and to mine. Obey the orders of this one. And betray your friends. And you will betray your friends. You feel absolutely compelled to do so. And then as he seems to be wrapping up, turns around, he stops, turns back around. It sounds as if that is something that is in your nature already, given the description of your cowardice before my men. Be gone.
Yes, my master.
Basically. Though you feel like yourself, and you feel like you really like that guy. He's like the coolest guy ever.
Oh, man. I don't have to work with Zachariah anymore. And this guy's awesome. I'm not a slave to him.
You're lucky that you are just glad you're able to have met him. It's really the best thing that's ever happened to you. You actually still recognize that you're Zachariah's slave, but
Do I still hate the rope guy that hit me?
no. You think he's pretty awesome too. Not as awesome, of course, but still,
Okay.
pretty cool. He leads you out, gets you to the edge of their territory, gives you, looks like a day's rations, and says, that direction. You will remember nothing of where you've been when you arrive back at the ruins, but you will not be harassed on your way there. Travel swiftly. Tell them you were able to escape, that you were able to run. They'll believe that you ran.
Yes.
All right, so Reinhardt is on his way back. So, Ursa, Kasim, Nasima. You guys are surrounded by thuggery, who really thinks you're pretty cool and wants you to be their friend.
Okay, out of character moment. I don't know that Kasim would be up for joining them, but he might be up for letting them join him.
Hey, remember, why are you guys here?
To gain intel and decide if we want to help their cause or not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, what are you guys thinking at this point? And so, actually, let's say that they've left and said, "Well, you're tired. We'll give you a chance to rest a little. We'll be back, and we'll be back." Leaves. And the other guys escort you to quote unquote room. It's actually like obviously a storage shed. It's one of those stone structures that's outside of the walls. Like Kasim is getting very disappointed. None of these people really know what the heck they're doing with stone. You're pretty sure that with a well-placed kick, you could break out, in fact, because this wall is not well built.
Are we locked in?
They don't lock you in, and you're pretty sure there's a guard posted outside. But you're not sure if that, you don't feel exactly like prisoners, but you don't feel like you're just
Hanging out.
have the run of the ground. Yeah, hanging out. But you do have the ability to discuss amongst yourselves. If you whisper, you're pretty confident that, or not whisper, if you talk softly, pretty confident people outside of the walls or the door won't be able to hear you.
Okay. I do not know that I am ready to join them, though perhaps I could convince them to join us. Nonetheless, there is the opportunity to claim that we have joined them, that may allot us some certain freedoms and additional resources. The downside of this is I do not know if I could take that dishonorable path.
The only thing that worries me about these people is they don't seem to be very open with what they're doing. I find usually when people hold secrets from those interested in joining their ranks, that's usually not a good sign.
But I must wonder if they are withholding information or if they truly do not have the information. Perhaps they have never contemplated what freedom means in a broad sense. Well, other than in a broad sense.
You also get the impression these guys are not educated.
If
Or
all
neither's Ursoc for that matter, but Kasim is very educated. Perhaps overeducated, in the opinion of some.
if all they want is freedom, I see no reason to deny someone that. I can understand that desire to a certain extent if they're if those ruling them are oppressive.
And that is true. Like you guys, again, your culture, while very accepting of slavery, does recognize that there is oppression, and that if the owners are too oppressive, the slaves have the right to revolt. And freedom for you guys would actually just mean being freedmen, like choosing what you do, where you live, on your own.
It seems like, from what I can tell, that your day-to-day living probably wouldn't be that different, honestly, because you'd still have a job, you still have work to do. Is that, I mean, yes.
Yeah, you guys would actually probably see being a freedman in and of itself not to be very different for the average person. In fact, in many ways worse. Really, it's only if you're a great person, you have influence and like power and assets, that being free is really beneficial in your view.
Because a slave, the master has responsibilities to the slave, but the employer doesn't necessarily have much in the way of responsibilities to the contractor.
None, other than fitting the letter of the contract.
I think what we should do is join them from now. I'm sure they'll have some kind of initiation program, make sure that we're legitimate. Perhaps we can help them, or they can help us find Reinhardt. Because I don't know if you've noticed, but it's been awfully quiet around here.
I have noticed, and I am also ashamed to say that I have not missed the additional input. Though I do miss my companion. I wish him safety.
Giovanni.
Remember, most of the time when Reinhardt speaks, we get in a fight. not Reinhardt and Kazim. No. The entire party gets in a fight with something that didn't necessarily want to kill us before.
All right.
So I think what we need to do is go in and learn more about them. Perhaps that'll give us some face-to-face time with someone who actually can tell us more about what they're doing, and hopefully find Reinhardt. And as far as being worried about dishonor, I think our first honor goes to our master, and we're only doing what he has commanded us to do.
True. Very well, then. I suggest perhaps that we stipulate that upon joining this troop, we are allowed to meet with the leaders, what they may be.
All right. As you guys make that decision, and Nasima is just going along with all this. Sounds wonderful.
I don't know how to roleplay her, so
No, I'm not asking you to. When it comes to roleplay, I'll generally roleplay her if it needs to be done. She does make some comments about like, what are they talking about? Like, was I the stranger? That doesn't make any sense. It's very confused by that, but it's obviously sticking with her as being important. I.e., guys, please make a note of it.
I'm doing that right now. I'm trying to find the right window.
Okay, as you're doing that, you hear some shouts. Someone's coming! It looks like some kind of wizard. Reinhardt is approaching up the path.
okay. So at this point, I'm going to open the door dramatically.
The guard that's there startles, turns around, and like looks at you and.
It sounds like our companion has returned. Please lead me to the place where the people are shouting.
There's no. You need to stay there.
No, I need to rejoin my companion. It is a certainty. I'm sure that it would be allowed. In fact,
my
it
orders
is being allowed. You shall accompany me, and that will ensure that we are still detained.
You're not. No. You're not detained. This is for your own safety.
Am I being detained?
Then we will remain safe within your hands. Come along now, please.
Only within, no. I'm just gonna assume that Kasim just is going.
Yeah, he's just stomping in that direction.
And this guy is obviously nervous about physically imposing himself in between Kasim and wherever Kasim's trying to go. By the way, you guys have had a chance to take a short rest.
Oh, good.
This is true for Reinhardt as well.
Yeah, I will use 2 of my hit die.
Let's see. Oh, I don't need to use any of my hit die because nothing hit me.
I will use 1.
That's kind of weird.
You got very lucky in that last fight
I did.
because even without advantage, they still had.
Pretty good hits.
Yeah. His supposed friends.
That,
Oh no, they're your friends.
that really hurt.
Hey, friends can irritate you.
And to be fair, you told your people that you
I was
weren't your
bullshitting
friends.
my way out of not fucking dying.
By the way, I think Reinhardt by now being extremely intelligent. Now, whether or not he admits it to himself is a different question that you can decide.
I like you
It's starting to realize that bullshitting has not been very successful strategy.
Yeah.
He lacks the talent for it. And often his lies seem to just not work well. Either it's because he's choosing the wrong lies or the people don't care about the lie that he told them. Or
In his defense, his truth also didn't work very well.
his truth has done him no harm.
You told me to say everything that in my capacity, and I also said that rogue guy's an asshole.
Actually, right now, again, you think he's a pretty awesome dude.
No, I think he's.
Now you
I
do.
think he's awesome to Kasim.
The rogue guy?
Yeah, he's more awesome than Kasim right now. He's like the best.
Yes. Well, second best. That one guy that is really the best.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Okay. So
So
everyone,
does that mean that we're no longer his friends?
Not
That
right.
he now needs to betray the rogue?
if you're wondering if you're able to legalize your way out of the gaze that's been put on him, I'll leave that to your own metagaming guesswork.
There's got to be a way to do this. Of course, I'd have to know about it. So
All right. So Reinhardt is walking. Yeah, and you guys clearly don't. Walking up this path, he feels, and he's kind of stumbling a little bit. Because Kasim and Ursak and Nasima see him. He looks like he's been beat up. He's out of it. Like he hasn't been gone that long. You're like, holy crap.
Kasim hurries to him.
The Kasim equivalent of hurrying. Yeah.
Yes. To try and catch him before he stumbles and falls.
Oh, Kasim
Reinhardt, you have returned. How did you escape?
escaped. Huh. First, it was horrible. They captured me after I tried to, tactically run away from the darkness. But the moment they let uncuff my mouth, or ungag, that's the word, yeah, ungag me, I used some of my spells to make them all go to sleep. And then
Roll a deception check.
Yes.
And Kasim, roll an insight check. That's a good lie, by the way. And that's like a really good
And
choice.
then
God.
and after putting them to sleep, I managed to use one of my shatters, and I defeated all of them.
Okay, roll another one.
I was gonna say that's a pretty.
Kasim and Ursak and Nasim, they all get a roll. They've all seen Shatter. They know roughly what it can do.
We're rolling insight.
That's awesome. It seems like, yeah, yeah, totally. It's good.
Although perhaps
Magic
next
takes power.
time,
Sorry, what was that?
although perhaps next time you should just leave them asleep and escape. Shatter is not as reliable as we would hope.
Nasima, which one's which on your roll there?
Nasima is the first one.
Okay, so Nasima, like, she knows he's lying about killing them all with Shatter. She's just like, it's just, but she thinks it's just Reinhardt's ego coming in again. Like, this is not the first time he's bragged about what he can do. Ursak is just like, whatever, wizard.
It was like, magic's not that powerful.
Well,
Exactly.
to put it short, there's a bunch of gear back there. Like, the rogue guy had some gear, but there was so much of it, and I'm not feeling 100% wizard right now. And there's like some magical armor for you, Kasim. Like, Ursak, there's like this one guy, when I touch his double axes.
By the way, excellent job. I'm really impressed, Giovanni. You're keeping up these stories very well. I appreciate that. Roll a deception check.
Advantage.
You have advantage on it. You guys roll insight checks.
And if we go back there, we can get all that sweet loot before they wake up. Because I did not kill them.
Kasim's pretty convinced that Giovanni probably did kill them, and that the loot's not that sweet.
Huh?
Right at the end, Reinhardt said, "Sorry, not Giovanni. Reinhardt said, and I did not kill them." Right?
I did not kill them.
Yep. So he's like, Kasim's like, whatever. I know you, wizard. So Kasim is convinced that Reinhardt did kill them, and that the loot is probably not sweet, especially magical. Like that's like, why would these guys have essentially
Epic level gear.
Yeah, that's just like amazing. The idea that there would be magic gear just lying on these guys. Now, if it was, it would really explain why you lost and make you feel better about the whole situation. But you're pretty sure that you suspect that's not true.
I understand, Reinhardt. We will collect your gear and sell it so that you can buy your spells.
Yes, that'll be awesome. Just notify me when we can go back there. I do not want them waking up very soon.
And so actually, Reinhardt's going to be pushing for you guys to leave now because the spell has a very limited time.
Waking up? The ones that were killed with the shatter spell?
No, I controlled it so they wouldn't die.
Okay, so you guys all feel like if you're going to go get this gear, you need to go now. And you understand that the sleep spell, if that's what did it, which you guys have seen that be pretty effective before.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's pretty limited on time. You would need to leave now. The one guy standing next to you says, you can't leave.
You can all come.
He's like, you're gonna share your gear with me?
Well,
hold on. He goes back and he's like, so he runs off. You guys have a choice. Like, what are you gonna do?
I'm not at my full strength right now. I think while I realize the sleep spell is helpful, I think that it'd be best that we go in once we're all at 100% in case other people come along where this gear is.
So you want them to wake up so they can be 100%, then they can try to kill us again. Okay.
We've already lost an opportunity by waiting and resting so that we are at 100%.
Hold on. You guys believe they're asleep.
Yeah.
And you know that it's magical sleep. They don't just wake up from it.
Isn't it a time limit though?
It is, and you guys feel like if you go now...
Yeah, Ursak, 1, is not that attached to material stuff. That's why he's carrying everything. 2, he's not worried about those people. He's worried about more people joining in.
Okay.
Yeah, and Kazim is arguing that the last time we delayed so that we could be at 100%, we lost an opportunity because everyone in this fort was killed.
Sorry, good point. I shouldn't have interrupted.
The opportunity. This is just for stuff. These people here that are here. This is what Master has sent us to do. He's told us to meet with these people. He's not worried about.
Nasima says, but if it's Reinhardt's gear, we should go get it.
Yes, the master.
What gear do you have that Zachariah couldn't replace?
There's like this magical staff there, but I'm way too beat up to carry all of it.
Roll a deception check. Again, you have advantage because you sort of are beginning to believe it. One of you gets to roll an insight check. You can choose.
I'll
Seamus
do it.
is 12. What's your...
12.
Okay, go for it.
Okay. Oh wait, but I'm trained in insight, so I get a little bit better.
All right, but
But
he does
not good enough.
not good enough. You believe him. You believe there's a magic staff, which is, by the way, that's like a once in a century, if not a millennia, opportunity. That's like, I mean, if there's a real magic staff, you probably wouldn't want Reinhardt to have it. You would probably give it to Zacharia.
I feel that it would be responsible to go and take care of this matter now, rather than wait again for the opportunity to pass.
I can't believe, by the way, that Giovanni's rolling so well on these deception checks.
And again, this would be something the master would want.
Ursak.
Yes, the master.
Let's go. I have my suspicions, but hopefully these guys will understand if we come back tomorrow.
Okay, as you leave to go, the guy comes up. The guy that guards with you comes up, says, and with like 4 or 5 others, says, "Sorry, I couldn't." He just shrugs. Sorry. Hey,
Understood. As we advance, please hang back a bit in case we are suddenly attacked. You can run while we delay them.
Okay. So as you guys continue through the woods, it's actually starting to get a little dim. And again, if this wasn't like a once in a maybe a millennia opportunity, you'd be like, "You'd be crazy. What are we doing?"
I can see just fine.
But well, no, you can't. Right. So when there's no light, it's dim conditions, which means you have disadvantage on perception checks.
Oh, okay.
And when it's dim, you can see like it's normal. Now you can still attack without penalty, but
with dark vision.
With dark vision, it's just that it is. I mean, it has an effect. It's just you're much better off.
Okay.
Yeah, if you ever want to like feel suckage, you just try to look it through Reinhardt's perspective when there's no light sources.
My first EverQuest character was a human.
Okay, so as you guys continue through the woods and it gets dark, and after a while, Nasima and Kasim think they hear something behind them. It really sucks, and none of you are very good at perception. But you look around, and you realize there's no quote-unquote bandits behind you anymore.
Hold, something has happened. There is something suspicious going on. And at this point, Kasim draws his sword and gets ready.
Hey!
Nasima, don't tell her anything. It'll be a surprise for her.
No, that's not fair. She actually has some really cool stuff happen in this one.
Wait,
Hey, Jenny. Welcome.
Hey, hello. Sorry I'm late.
you miss a lot of crap.
Oh, hopefully it was a good dinner.
It was really good. It was really good sushi. So.
I had sushi today too.
I
You want-
approve.
He wants to tell her all the cool stuff Nassim has been doing.
Aaron, you've been taking notes, so why don't you start off and then I'll fill in if I can.
Yep. So the first big thing that happened, we were hiding up in a tower, and some guy went to go find that dude that we bandaged up, and you followed him
Hold on,
subtly.
okay. So a group of people arrived at the tower,
Mhm.
and when no one answered, they sent the weak guy out, kicking him out of cover, to go and find the commander that just happened to be the same room where we tied up the guy and bandaged him. Did you get that? You weren't here last week either. Okay.
No,
so
it wasn't because
did
of
you
other
read
stuff.
the notes?
Kind of.
Kind of. Okay, so we got to go back a little bit further.
Yeah, maybe. Sorry,
So,
it's been chaotic.
Keep it brief, though.
Okay, so we investigated the tower. Most of the people, well, everyone that was there was dead, but it did not. There weren't enough bodies to account for the people that should have been there. So we know that many people were out.
Okay.
We discovered through investigation a map room that's probably the command center. You broke us in there, thanks.
You're welcome.
a commander's chamber, which had a bunch of a notebook that was filled with all the information for ciphers for their, well, it's not a hawkery, it's where they keep pigeons to send
Okay.
messages back and forth.
Mhm.
We discovered that there is an infiltrating group that is hidden in amongst all of the soldiers at this castle.
And just briefly, that was Reinhardt's like brilliant Sherlock tying
Yeah.
together.
Because none of them were near each other, but they all had just uniform enough and just new enough gear in comparison to everyone else
Mhm.
that it's like, oh, suspicious, but only because Reinhardt's really observant. Let's see. So then there was one guy left alive, and only one. We bandaged him up and stabilized him and hid him in the commander's quarters,
Mhm.
thinking that that would probably be the last place they would discover if they were coming home. You know, they'd hit their
Right.
barracks or something first. This worked exactly the opposite as intended.
Oh no.
That is the first place that the guy who was the weak guy and drew the short straw
Ruffalo.
went. Ruffalo, yes. Ruffalo went there to, well, try and find the commander because the castle was empty. And so you snuck down there, and in an awesome move, you totally, like, one-shot him with a sword punch combo.
Oh, nice.
And then bandaged him up,
Combo.
tied him up, and stuffed him under the bed.
And as you drew your katana,
Mhm.
there were wisps of shadow. If you looked at your hands afterward, you actually saw a little bit lingering on you. And you also had a realization that was your first. You didn't kill the guy, but if you had, it would have been your first
And
assassination.
you easily could have if that had been your goal.
Exactly,
Ah.
easily could have.
You
So it's
totally-
like,
If
One
Reinhardt
shot.
was in control, you would have killed him.
so part of your thoughts is part of your thoughts are essentially, I'm there. Like all this, like this thing that you had been trying to get and prove to yourself
Mhm.
is like, in a sense, happened. Now you
Okay.
would know that this guy isn't like the most amazing target in the universe, but you also like it's your first target. So yeah, that's
Right.
okay.
So as you were returning, there's lots of thumping, and ogres attack the bandits in the stronghold. We descend down, deal with the ogres. They don't kill any of us, but they kill all but one of the bandits because we're awesome.
Right.
And if they hadn't been there, all the bandits would have easily been slaughtered.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So then a bunch of soldiers show up. You can see them surrounding our figs in the field there
Mhm.
with some sort of magic user who's probably a cleric. And the moment we say, hey, they zap Ursoc and paralyze him. So we just determine that they're probably hostile.
Well, what did they say before they did that?
Something about, oh, they're with the bandits. You can't trust
There
them.
you
Don't kill them.
go.
Oh.
So
Leave out. They just randomly attacked us as if like
Hey,
we're just
man.
walking down the sidewalk, like eating
I-
ice cream.
Friendly with them.
So then we try and parlay with them. They say, if you're with us, then stop the last bandit who was doing a suicide run at him. Stop this last bandit from getting to us. So you did this amazing, like, dance across the wind and land right on him. But then, unfortunately, even though that was an awesomely cool move, you have like this slow motion slap fight to the ground because both of you grapple poorly.
Oh.
Neither of you are very strong. And if you're trying to initiate a grapple, it's a strength check. So
Yeah.
Yeah. Strength not so good. Dexterity, yes.
You rolled poorly, and he rolled even worse. So.
Yay, slap fight.
So then we tried to talk with them, and they got really insulting and tried to swat Kasim because he wasn't just groveling before them. And then a fight started, and we
Which
started
I
getting
did
our
not
butts
start.
handed to us.
yeah, that's true.
It's not real.
For once.
Yeah.
The wizard did not start the fight.
No, Kasim started this one because they tried to strike him, and he backhanded them away with the shield. And so then two of them came on him and tried to stab him.
And
And
Reinhardt was
That
gonna
wasn't
help
stabbing
Kasim.
you. It was clubbing you with the wooden part of the
oh, okay. I misunderstood. Two of them came to assault me, and
Yes.
I started a fight that we apparently could not win. I did not take a single blow in the fight, but Reinhardt went down quickly, and then you did.
Great.
Kasim was
I
really
made
lucky.
I made a lot of bad decisions at that part.
So at that point, we yield so that they can heal you too. They're surrounding us, and then all
Which
of
he
a sudden,
did. Which he did. As soon as I yielded, the guy healed you, so both Reinhardt and Asima were stabilized.
yeah.
Oh, good.
So then we hear like a large movement of troops north of us, and some of those bird things, and Ursoc defends you, stands over you, and I try and stand over Reinhardt, but then Reinhardt stands up and moves me out of the way. And then you, in a moment of awesomeness, cast darkness and surround us. So everyone scatters. I go over there to train. Oh, that's the other thing.
Mass confusion.
The jerks
Yay.
were like going around to all of the people that were down but not dead and stabbing them to death. You know, doing the battlefield cleanup of a battle that they didn't even own.
Bandits and ogres.
Yeah. Although the ogres are apparently in their camp too. So I stabilize the guy. All of them run away. Reinhardt like bolts straight out of the darkness for reasons that I still can't quite reconcile with, and
I
immediately
thought we were going to fight them.
It's fine. Keep going.
Continue.
These are the facts. That's what happened.
Okay.
Anyway, so he gets snagged and hauled off to Evil Fortress or something. Well, I'm sure it's holy to them, but whatever.
Right.
Holy evil. I mean, it really just depends which side you're on.
It does.
Well, no, they're nice people. They're awesome.
Oh yeah,
They captured you.
you'll hold on. You'll understand.
He's been tampered with.
Okay. Great.
But so then we convinced the bandits to come over, and we're defending their downed guy, and they think that we're great, but we can't leave unless we join them, and they're not that bright.
What about the stranger?
Oh, and they mentioned when you like stand up with your wisps of shadow and awesomeness going on. Oh, is it the stranger? No, the stranger's a dude and doesn't have hair like that. Literally, they said this kind of stuff.
Yep. They're not very bright people.
So apparently, there's this stranger that's like kind of like you, and I'm pretty sure going to be very important story-wise. We may need to kill him. Otherwise, you may learn from him. It's one of those two.
So either he's a teacher or we're just gonna straight up murder him, depending on what happens.
It
Sounds like
depends
adventurers right there.
depends upon which of the TV tropes we're following.
Yes.
Good thing we never invert those tropes, right?
Subvert them.
Then we flip over to Reinhardt. Reinhardt's being hauled away, and he's questioned by someone who can actually like tell truth and stuff like that.
Oh no.
We don't know any of this, but he's now had a Gaius put on him to completely betray us. And
What you're in the midst of.
To completely betray his friends.
to betray his friends, yes.
Oh.
So he's come back. So at least we know we're his friends.
I just want to point out,
I was gonna say
his
that.
list
I was
that
gonna
he
say
posted on the side. I was an afterthought, so
Sorry, what was that?
on Reinhardt's list on the side, I was an afterthought. So
Don't worry. The list is actually going to come into play here shortly, I think. So.
Okay, so he came and told us that he cast sleep on everyone at the camp and then cast shatter and killed them all. But,
And a series of amazing lies. Like,
yeah,
holy crap.
he's rolling like high on every single one.
What?
So we're buying this, and if we're not buying it totally, we're writing it off as just like
Sure.
bragging and
Yeah.
Reinhardt bragging. But there's a magic staff supposedly at this.
No,
camp.
you guys are convinced there's a magic staff.
Yeah, that there's a magic staff at this camp that we need to retrieve because this is a once in a lifetime chance.
No,
They're
more than a lifetime.
once in all of our lifetimes chance, and we should get it to master. And it's
to master.
really awesome. All the rest of the crap there is probably not nearly as magical or magical at all.
Mm-hmm.
But that staff we're convinced about, and so that's why we're going back to the stupid camp to go and retrieve the staff and kill all the people.
Which everybody knows is basically at this point it's a bad idea except for this staff. Like, that changes the calculus entirely.
Out of
Everything
character,
else-
you guys have not noticed I keep saying master, which I never fucking say.
Keep going.
Um,
And the thing is, Reinhardt has to honestly be trying to betray them, so he wouldn't be able to give any tell quite so obvious.
I just like saying master every time they say fucking master.
All right. So that's kind of where you're at right now. And
Okay.
just give like the last 30, the thing that happened right before she logged in.
can we let her use her hit die? By the way, I forgot.
Oh yeah, no, she will be able to. But go ahead. Hello.
I will go for that. I'll be right back.
Just a hit die for her.
I gotta grab my character sheet here. Hit
Oh.
die.
D8s,
oh,
I think.
okay.
Nasima, you're technically
Oh,
second,
nice.
but you know the evil master and the rogue guy come first right now in my favorite list.
Oh, yay! I'm his favorite.
Second favorite. Fourth favorite right now.
Fourth favorite right now. Sorry.
It's an important
But
list, though.
considering it's not the evil guy, I'm still his favorite.
So then when we heard
So you can spend up to 4 hit dice. So you still had. So that's one you spent.
Okay, I might spend another one then.
I'll use one more. Why not?
so Reinhardt was
Actually, Reinhardt spends all the hit dice he needs to get to full.
Oh, okay. Then I'll use the last two.
So that's another 11 health. So
You don't spend any more than that. Like, and if you're like 2 points away from full, you don't spend hit die on that. But
No, it's
yeah, I haven't
exactly
had a
what I
chance to update my
need.
character sheet. So
sorry, say it again, Jenny.
I haven't had a chance to update my character sheet. So
Oh,
let
you
me-
don't have your new hit point total?
No, let me get my.
Why
Because I was
don't
gonna
we-
up my dexterity, so
Okay.
it's gonna make it a 4, which is gonna up my AC. So yay.
Anyway, so at this point we were left inside of a well, it wasn't a cell because we were guests, but we weren't allowed to leave because there was a guard outside. When we heard Reinhardt returning, Reinhardt had been
No,
instructed.
we're past this. He's already told a bunch of lies. So you guys are in the
Okay.
woods now.
Okay.
All right,
Go ahead, Arlo. Sorry, I just did time skip a little bit.
Yeah.
time jump.
He was instructed to forget everything that he saw or the whole experience when he got here, but also to betray us.
Okay.
So at this point, I don't know exactly how that works, but anyway, he's leading us to an ambush and we don't know.
Okay.
And-
You're in the woods.
We're in the woods. We did have a troop of 5 of the bandits behind us. I had them stay back in case we were attacked, so that they might have a chance to run, but apparently we're completely surrounded in the darkness and they did not survive. Or at least they are not here anymore.
So it's just basically the 4 of us.
Yes.
Okay.
Great.
So you are in the darkness.
But we have now suspected that we are not alone.
You've all had a chance for a short rest. Don't mess with your tokens for a minute. I'm going to be moving you to the
The next
right.
thing.
Nassim, I'm sorry.
Did I just see a giant ant fly across the screen?
No, there's a manticore.
Don't know.
And it's not because I'm attacking you with it. I'm just getting it out of the way.
Oh, okay.
He's
Sorry, I'm trying to look for my book because I may need to add my new thing in here. Because I am totally on top of things right now.
Oh, also, any mundane equipment,
Mm-hmm.
we could have raided the stores at the fortress and gotten. So I picked
Okay.
up some javelins, for example,
It's true for Reinhardt as
Any-
well.
Any daggers, possibly?
and
Okay.
maybe a hand crossbow or some
Maybe.
sort of crossbow.
I might
because-
grab 2 daggers and a hand crossbow then.
You're looking like a very well-equipped monk, but you are able to take them.
Well, you never know. Gotta
At
be
this point,
prepared.
we need any ranged weaponry we can get. We've learned this lesson.
We learned this lesson a few weeks ago. Come on.
guys, don't worry. I did short rest. All my spells are back.
Don't worry, I haven't slept in 3 days. I have 1 rage.
Ooh.
No, you had a long rest.
No, not since we did those 2 fights, though.
Oh, yeah, it's
I
not
was,
been 3
I was
days.
It's
exaggerating.
been a while.
It's been less than a day.
I was exaggerating.
It's just been a bad day.
Do I still
Feels a
have my
really
mage
long
armor?
day.
Sorry, say it again.
Do I still have my mage armor?
Yeah, you have the 30 minutes left.
Oh, okay. Oh,
When these guys go missing, you have 30 minutes left. Now, you have the objective. You've all decided it's incredibly important. And again, this is probably the most important opportunity that's ever come up in your lives, recovering a magical staff. You know that something suspicious is going on because these group of 5 guys disappeared behind you, and you guys didn't really. I mean, you heard something, but not enough, not in time.
I would be leading.
No, you would not be. I put you where you are.
Oh, okay.
Quit moving your token.
Oh, wait, we're on the battle map. Hold on. Let me
Yep.
find
If
the-
you are, remember, if you're not on initiative, please don't move your token.
Okay, which way did we come from? South or?
Doesn't matter. Or I don't think it matters. Tell me if it does matter.
Well, the reason why I'm asking is because I want to know where the bandits disappeared from.
That's good. Okay, yeah, sure. We'll say to the south.
So we're going this direction.
You're going. Hold
Come on.
let me-
Oh, hold on. Let me select the right damn thing.
Yeah, you're going that. Yeah, exactly.
This way.
Okay.
Okay.
So the bandits disappeared. You guys noticed. You have 30 seconds to decide what you do, or you do nothing.
Okay, I'm going to take a defensive stance next to my allies, and I'm going to move actually so I'm in between all of them so I can shield any one of them.
Okay.
Okay.
Roll initiative. I do just want to point out, by the way,
Oh,
that
fuck. I did not. That's supposed to be a whisper. I'm sorry, guys. Forget about that.
actually, I'll tell you what Reinhardt does in the first round.
Hold on, I want to go
You
grab
guys
my
are all looking
book.
forward to
I'll be back.
that.
Hold on, I'm gonna grab the book. I'll be right back.
Yep, go for it.
What? Oh, okay. Wow, my screen's doing something kind of weird now. Okay, I gotta log out and log back in. I'll be right back.
I'm really uncomfortable.
Well,
about
makes
this
you.
situation.
Well, take this to heart. When he said friends, that's the reason it worked. Because if I didn't consider you guys friends, I would not be betraying you right now.
I'll see how the DM decides on that.
Hey guys, I'm gonna be right back. I have to go grab my book. I had downstairs, so I'll be right
Okay.
back.
Don't worry. What's your initiative? Oh.
We'll just wait. We're not gonna start until she gets back, anyways.
I'm just gonna do some whispers here.
So, today marks the longest my town has ever gone through the year without having frost. Or the latest in the year, I guess.
Max initiative!
Global warming, right there.
I know. I'm okay with that. But
Global warming doesn't exist. Teach the controversy.
what all the what all the old locals say is the later the winter, the harder it is. So
Yeah, that's not true.
it's gonna be rough.
Yeah, that's a.
That would mean that last winter, at the end of April, we would have had like a glacier moving down the canyons. Because we had no winter until then. It was pretty late.
The winter here last year was not as much snow, but a lot more ice. Which
So, do you guys prefer to have the bad guys for this one on one initiative or split them up?
One.
It depends upon how many there are.
Many.
Yeah. Many?
Split them up into a couple groups.
Yeah,
Okay.
like 2 groups.
Nope. It's all have their own. Or
Split
there's
them
one.
up. Split them up.
Okay. Because groups are actually harder for me to keep track of than individual.
Hmm.
The way that the counter will actually highlight people for you when you put your cursor over it.
I just don't want them to get lucky and you end up killing
Okay,
us
I'm
all
back.
before we even move.
No, I think that's a wise choice, frankly.
Alright, let me roll initiative. Hold on.
Darn it, Ursak. You were into my plans.
Can't betray me.
Wait, who are we not betraying?
No, I mean
Reinhardt
the
can't
initiative
betray.
thing. I wanted the
Yeah,
1 to see if like he got like a 20.
I'm saying
I'm full on
Reinhardt couldn't
betray here.
betray Ursak because not friends. Apparently.
Apparently. Oh yeah, there's that Ursak guy.
You're like
Yeah.
my friend too.
Okay, looks like all the initiative is rolled.
Oh, beautiful.
A lot of initiative.
Mostly low.
What do you guys see?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
Oh, wait.
6, 7.
Maybe I'm not zoomed out enough.
No. You can't see anybody. They're all in the.
Oh, in the
G-
initiative?
Yeah.
I see nothing in my initiative except for the 4 of us.
But I can see your die roll. There's like 8 or 9.
On
die
the
rolls.
chat window.
Okay. I'm just checking to see how that works. So I could hide it from you if I was using the GM roll. Okay. So Reinhardt, first.
course.
That's too bad. Let me hold on a second. I gotta decide how Reinhardt like tries to kill you all. Yeah, he'll. You have a level 2 slot left.
I did a short rest, so I pretty much got wonderful spells back on.
You don't get all your spells back on a short rest, though, right? You just get 4 slots.
I get half my level,
So 2 slots.
2 slots.
So which one did you get back? Because you used several spells.
I will get Shatter, which is a 2nd level spell.
Okay, so that's the one you got back.
Okay.
You're using it now.
Okay.
on just in front of Kasim, which will hit the other three, or all three.
Okay, I'll cast it.
Will
That
it
is
hit
true.
him too?
Nope.
Okay.
Actually, because I haven't even cast it in front of you. Actually, cast it on Kasim, so it will hit Reinhardt as well.
I'm not suicidal.
True, but that's what the gaze is trying to make you do. Roll a wisdom check. However you pronounce that word, by the way, I'm not claiming to be pronouncing it correctly.
Saving throw or ability?
Saving throw. But you got a 3, and like guessing it's the same.
It's a 3, but it would be like a 6, but forget it.
Would it be a 6 mix? Yeah, it doesn't make a difference. Yep, you cast it.
Okay, con save.
Everyone make a con save.
Heart, right? Right.
Made.
Reinhardt makes it. Ursak makes it. Jenny makes it. So the ones that make it take half damage. Looks like that would be 7. Or sorry, 6. Kasim takes full 13.
Okay.
I should use more hit dice. Oh well.
Okay. So this happens suddenly. You guys are all surprised. Kasim's like starting to ready. Like get ready, and then
But
Reinhardt's
we
like,
know it's Reinhardt, right? Because
no, you know it's Reinhardt. Exactly. That's part of what makes it so surprising. You can do as you will, but you know it's Reinhardt. Kasim. And Reinhardt would have moved away, but he does not.
Okay.
Okay.
Actually, make another wisdom saving throw. Because Reinhardt, you would have moved. I actually have to check the DC on that. DCs are not as high as.
I'll fail it if you want to.
No. Of course you'll fail it if I want you to. That was never
it's
the question.
37.
Yeah, exactly. You have a choice to make. You can choose You can choose to flee. But you know that you'll take pain if you do so. You don't know how much pain, but you have to fight it.
No, Reinhardt is against Fame.
So he stands.
Yeah.
Okay, Kasim.
Reinhardt, have you gone mad? And I step over there and I try to slap him open-handedly. Does that require a...
No, you succeed. Reinhardt, you can choose to stop betraying them. It will cause you pain.
Yeah, I will try to stop betraying them.
You can choose basically in this moment to do it.
Yeah, I will choose.
Okay.
10,000 points of damage.
No, but
Over 9,000.
it still could hurt a lot.
16 points of damage.
That is less than I thought it would.
Look at those rolls.
Yeah,
I know.
I could have fucking died.
got really lucky. I could have died from rolling that.
You are free of the gaze for your next initiative. Kasim, you still have your action left.
Okay, now did I slap him and suddenly it looked like he took phenomenal damage from the slap? Is that the way it looks for me?
I'm bleeding out of my
Basically, yes.
nose and ears, probably.
Yeah,
Oh my god, I'm so sorry! Rally!
Hold on. You should be able to see some enemies now, by the way. So.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I just saw one up here.
Oh, hold on, I'm trying to figure out my weapons here. Oh yeah, I see some.
I don't know if you can see them. You can tell there's someone out here now.
Okay, what
You-
kind of an action was the slap? Like,
Nothing. You have your full.
okay.
You used 5 steps. You use 5 feet of movement. That's it.
Okay, then in this case, I'm going to go ahead and throw a rally at Reinhardt as my bonus action, and then take a defense.
Okay. This guy. Hold on, I'm on the wrong layer.
9 temps, Reinhardt.
Nice. You see this guy step out, laugh, say you will serve the truth, and you see him cast some kind of magic. Well, you don't know if it's magic. Well, Reinhardt knows it's magic. He's in a condition to know that it's magic. And Ursock,
Stupid robed guy again.
Yes.
God, I hate him.
make a wisdom saving throw.
Gosh dang it.
You have a reasonable chance that you succeeded. You feel a lethargy come over you, and you're just like, "Ah, not
This crap
again!"
again.
All right, Nasima, you're up.
Kill the caster.
Kill the caster. I'm assuming it
Hold
would be
on, I
this.
want you guys to be intelligent about this, and I'm gonna give you
This guy.
information for free. Hold on, just think about this. How many spells have you seen this guy cast?
1.
2. Well, I guess
So, Reinhardt
he probably had a long rest, or at least a short one, yeah.
So he's cast at least 3 that you've seen. He cast Hold Person twice. He's cast Mass Healing Word. Mass Healing Word's a level 3 spell. Hold Person's a level 2 spell. So, anyways.
Kill the mage.
You can still kill the caster, but just think about... Okay, go ahead.
So, kill the mage?
Oh,
Or
Nasima,
kill-
use your hit die.
Yeah.
Yeah, I should do that. I'm gonna roll another hit die since...
Whoa, how?
No, I mean,
Oh, I can't because I'm outside
Did you
of...
add the health for your hit die?
You can only use a hit die at the end of a short rest.
Yeah, I can't do it now.
No, I
guess.
Sorry, I just meant because she was not here.
Oh, I did. I rolled 2 before we
Oh, okay,
began.
okay,
Yep.
okay.
So... And yeah, then you hit me, and then...
I'm sorry.
Shoot, I don't know what to do. Probably because
You
I don't
have
know.
30 seconds to do something, or you
I
do
don't know what's
nothing.
going on.
You have all your key points.
I do have my key points.
You are an assassin. You are not a frontline fighter.
No, I'm
Please
not. So
be
I'm.
assassinate. It will come out better.
Vanish into the darkness.
Yeah, I'm going to.
No?
Create the freaking
I'm going
darkness.
to create the freaking darkness.
You
I'm
guys
going to
don't
cast
have to
darkness.
fight this fight.
That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna cast darkness because screw it. I don't want to fight right now.
Oh, wait, we're at night, too.
Yes.
Yes. So
As far as you can tell, these people are human.
they won't be able to see. So
If you can get away
Oh,
from
bam.
them. Okay, you cast darkness on, we'll call it like one of your objects or whatever, because that one can move with
my
you.
pendant again. So
Your pendant, as it does it, it feels cold against your skin briefly, and you have darkness around you, and they're like, "Where'd they go? What's going on?" Because again, it's dark enough that darkness sort of blends in, but now they can't see you where they could have sort of seen your outline before. It's very frustrating being human. Reinhardt feels like crap. He'd be running into things except the Ursock and Kasim are helping both Nasima and Reinhardt out. So you guys are fleeing, right? Or not?
Yes.
Yeah, before the darkness, well, I guess it wouldn't really matter which... Because I
making
couldn't see
the
them.
Decision that we run away.
Good
Ursock
choice.
runs away.
He follows Kasim. He's like, all right, Kasim, let's get you out of here.
Okay, so
Does Kasim take Reinhardt?
Kasim will take Reinhardt at 25 feet per movement.
That's fine. The other guys are slower because they can't see the terrain very well.
Yeah.
Again, I know you want to make fun of the fact that he's slow. He's only a little bit slower.
He's only one space slower than Ursock.
Correct. So again, you can bemoan the fact, but a lot of it just comes down to that.
No,
your
it's the
team is
fact
not-
that Ursock and Nasima and Reinhardt all run away from wherever he is.
Correct. So your speed is part of it, but you'd have to be like a speed 50 to take care of the issue.
yeah, I still don't have my bonus. Remember, I'm gonna get faster. So
Yep. So you'll want to be very clever about how you use that extra speed, or you'll die.
right.
Okay, so you guys are able to run through the woods. And Reinhardt, after about 6 seconds, and during 6 seconds, you're like, man, that rope guy again? I hate that guy. I want to eat his liver. After about 6 seconds, you're like, he's like my second favorite person in the world.
Guys, I'm pretty sure he did not mean us any harm. We should just go back over there, you know?
Are you mad, Reinhardt? He obviously meant us harm.
Okay. So you guys are in a situation where you need to get that staff. The fact that this guy's there probably makes it all the more imperative.
Yeah.
So you're off in the woods. You're gonna be in a spot where you've probably run like, let's call it 1,000 yards, far enough away that these humans are gonna have a really hard time finding you, if you're careful at all, and you're being careful. By the time you get there, though, the darkness has run out of time. But by the way, just so you know, you are able to take another short rest during this powwow.
Okay.
which includes getting your key points back.
I don't have any more hit points.
Hit dice.
Hit die.
It dice. I'm gonna roll my other 2, I think.
And just because I feel like no, Kasim gets all his dice back on a short rest, right?
Mm-hmm.
The only one that
Reinhardt,
really,
your temporaries are gone.
the only one that really takes a hard hit from only short rest is me, as I remember.
Ah, the barbarian's life. So amazing in the boss battles, but other than that, I have to be very careful how you throw them.
What did I roll? 12.
Okay, so what do you guys want to do? You can talk amongst yourselves, basically. And this is not metagaming. This is in character.
We have to get that staff somehow. I just don't know how unless we sneak around these bandits.
Then I suggest we sneak around the bandits. Also, Reinhardt,
I'm gonna let you deal with that, Reinhardt.
You have a
claim that you know this guy and you think that he is
Kasim,
an ally.
you hit me so hard.
Yes, I apologize for that. You had attacked us.
Oh no, I was jumpy, and I saw that there was an enemy right in front of us.
Roll a deception check. Kasim, roll an insight.
Let's see if he rolls another one of those 20s.
I don't know.
And I got no modifiers for this shit.
So Arlo knows that he did not. Sorry, Kasim knows that he did not cast the spell because he was jumpy, and he's pretty sure he cast it deliberately. Where he wasn't sure of that before. Before he thought it might have been some kind of honest error, or maybe he'd been taken over by magic. At this point, Kasim thinks Reinhardt just hit us with a spell, his biggest spell that we've seen him use as far as just straight damage.
Reinhardt, can you see me now?
Yes.
You guys can see it's enough starlight you can sort of see each other. For purposes of combat, it's dark, but for purposes of not combat, eyes adjust, you can see
I
each other.
want you to look me in the eye, and I do a gesture to Ursak in that the command field language that we had worked out to flank.
Oh yeah, you would totally have a command for flank.
Look me in the eye and tell me, do you know that man?
Kasim, we've been buddies for the best of times, and
Get him. No, you can't do that while talking. It's got verbal components.
I will try to do that. Initiative.
Okay.
No, because Kasim would have normally let you finish. They have a surprise round. Oh, you can't be surprised! Yep. Hold on, let me clear it.
Wait, Kasim's got alert?
No.
Oh.
Reinhardt can't be surprised. Otherwise, there would be a surprise round of Ursak and Kasim. Go ahead and roll initiative.
Do I have to roll initiative 2?
Yeah,
Yes.
you don't do anything. We just have to roll.
Solid
oh,
enemies.
no. Oh, no.
I'm just standing there like, I'm gonna let you guys deal with this, because weird shit's happening.
Gosh dang it.
And Kasim is going to be passive?
For right
As
now.
as her friends try to kill each other.
Yeah.
Okay, Reinhardt. You cast Blur.
Yes. It's Kasim's
You're blurred,
turn.
that's your action. They're
Yeah.
flanking, they're right next to you. So what are you going to do now?
I will attempt to spells.
No contest.
I'll use my last shatter spell and try to hit as 2 of them
Well-
as possible.
Hold on. How are you going to do that? You've already used your action.
Correct. You used your
Oh.
action. You have movement and a bonus action.
Oh. I will attempt to run away.
How many level 2 slots do you have?
3.
Okay. No.
I will attempt to run away.
Okay.
All right. Kasim, Ursak, you have your reaction. You're at disadvantage for the attack roll.
Disadvantage, but okay. I'm still
What
going.
are you trying to do with your attack roll?
In this case, I'm going to. What is a trip attack?
Well, for you, you can just make any attack with a weapon.
Well, yeah, but there's also a trip attack that doesn't do damage, but is I think very similar.
There's a grapple effort that's falls under grappling.
Okay. Well, then I guess I'm going to try and do non-lethal damage to him
We've had the rule. You only kill people on purpose
Yep.
for the most part for a
But
while.
I'm going to go ahead and attack him.
So 18 versus AC, Reinhardt. You can't use a reaction because it's your turn.
I can't use a reaction. It will hit me.
Okay.
Because
Okay,
I can't
and-
use my shield,
Shield.
right? So that's a
Does
reaction.
9 damage take you down?
Yep.
Okay, then I won't use the superiority die.
Yeah, you can actually, because you can wait for spirited. I feel. Yep. Okay.
Mm.
So Reinhardt is unconscious on the ground, stable.
Okay. Bind him quickly. His mind has been conquered.
I will do that then.
You do not know that.
Oh, okay.
All you know is that he cast a spell at you. You would consider it betrayal. You have no idea that his mind's been conquered. No reason to believe that.
Okay, that's not...
What?
For some reason, I thought that was something that was common back in our land. But maybe... Maybe not. Okay, bind him. He has betrayed us.
I will tie him up.
Nasima is tying them up. Ursok's making sure everything's extra tight.
Remove all equipment from him and make sure to gag him. He has many magical things he can do.
Okay. I will also gag him as well, and then I think Ursok's taking care. I'll, I guess, kick his weapons to the side for right now. Not that
I
he
only
has
got
much
a
weapons.
dagger.
Well, we take it.
You
It's a
bastard.
cutting tool. You don't have it anymore.
Ah.
Okay. You guys feel like you're pretty successful.
Okay. Now we face a choice.
I say we leave him here. Let the soldiers come and find him while we get that staff for Zachariah.
Is
You
that
think
what the
they're not
master
gonna
would
do anything
want?
to him, though?
He's
Yeah,
betrayed
worry
us.
about it.
Is that what the master would want, or would he want us to bring him before the master to
Well,
stand trial?
I don't
Well,
think we can
It wouldn't be
easily.
a trial, but yeah.
I don't think we can easily do both. We can't
Yes.
get this. We can't get the staff for Zachariah and take this scum with us.
With
Gum's a little harsh, don't you think?
that comment, you all suddenly have a reason to question the staff. Again, that's a once in a millennia opportunity. This guy that betrayed you was your only source of the information. While you believed him and you believe he was sincere, you're like, he just hit us with his most powerful spell. And when we try to confront him on it, he tried to flee immediately. I mean, he looks like a traitor. So it's up to you how much your character would be concerned with, again, a once in a millennia. I mean, this would probably be a world-shaking event in many ways if it's truly a powerful magical stuff. But whether or not your character would care, give that much credence at this point, is up to you.
Why would he leave the staff behind when he could have used it to prop himself up on his
Well,
journey?
And considering the strength of it, I mean, let's be honest. Reinhardt isn't exactly afraid of being powerful. I don't know the word for that.
Possibly.
He's power hungry.
Oh, come on. That's not even an insult. It's just a character trait.
I think perhaps the staff is not as real as I had formerly thought. When Reinhardt was an ally, I had no reason to question him, other than perhaps he makes things up for his own grandification.
I agree. I think we should take him back to the bandits, and then hopefully they can give us supplies we can get back to Zachariah. And I start taking my rope out, tying my rope to Reinhardt, and start dragging him in the direction we can.
No, wait.
Wait.
They might be able to trace us this way. I shall carry him if you can obscure my tracks.
Does anyone
I
try
could cast Pass Without Trace.
You're gonna
Oh,
carry.
You could cast Pass
Cast
Without
Pass Without Trace. Won't leave any tracks of us.
Oh, perfect. And then we can drag him.
Yes, we can.
Very well.
I cast Pass Without Trace.
That's frowny face, Joel. Okay.
Although, admittedly, at this point, Kazim is feeling a little unsettled because even though he's a traitor, you still don't need to.
Betrayal's a big deal for Ursak, so
It is a big deal, but it's one of those things where Kazim is now conflicted because betrayal is a big thing, but abusing prisoners is another big thing.
not abusing him. When he wakes up, he can walk on his own.
For now, he's
How far
Actually-
you drag him?
Yeah, I don't know that that's true, especially given that I think we would have bound his feet too.
That's pretty rough terrain. I mean, not rough for like walking on, but rough for being dragged across.
Ursak's made his decision.
Yeah, no, I'm
Someone
fine with
to
that.
convince me otherwise.
This is more information for Kasim. What is Kasim going to do? And Nasima.
Ursak, it goes against my ethics that my former master, taught me. I cannot allow a prisoner to be abused as such, even if he is a lowly scum-like traitor.
All right. Well,
I'll carry him.
no, let me carry him. You're slow enough as it is. I'll carry him.
It will not burden me.
That was a happy jest. That wasn't a real insult.
Okay, so you guys, I think I'm going to say Kasim is like asserts his dwarfly stubbornness and actually is the one that ends up carrying.
Yeah.
You guys make it back to the bandit camp without problems, thanks to the pass without trace.
You're welcome.
And again, because of that, you're quite confident that nobody has followed you. It's a mystery. Probably be a mystery to them where you went. And you're there. As you arrive, some guards rush out and say, "What did you do? Did you drag them off in the woods and kill them?"
I assume you mean your allies that came with us. No, unfortunately, they were ambushed, and we nearly did not make it ourselves.
Ambushed by who?
The same soldiers who attacked us previously.
You gotta talk to the boss. We can't deal with this.
Cord.
We're down too far anyway. Come on.
Well,
He seems to be ignoring the fact that you're carrying somebody over your shoulder.
Yeah.
I'm ignoring the fact that I'm carrying someone over my shoulder as a matter of dwarfly pride.
It's okay. It's nothing more than a sack of potatoes as far as Ursak's concerned.
Oh, jeez.
Now, wait a minute. How tall is Reinhardt?
6'4".
It's tall. But he's not going to be dragging on the ground.
Well, I'm thinking I can see like his waist bent right here, so his head is inches from the ground. So if I take any hops and bumps,
Not inches.
and
It's
his feet are inches from the ground in the front.
like a foot from the ground. You're like,
Okay.
what, 4.5 feet
His
tall?
feet are dragging probably
check.
No,
behind
he'd
you.
have to be 8 feet
Let me
tall.
check
for
the
that to
character sheet.
be-
I think it was 6'3" or 6'4". Let me check.
Yeah, he's basically getting kneed in the head or the butt or the back of the knees, depending on which direction you're carrying.
Okay.
That's about it. I know it's a wonderful image, just rubbing his face in the ground, but part of the purpose of you carrying him is to avoid that. So
Oh yeah, no, that's what would have made it funny. Is that despite all my best efforts, I'm just too short. It doesn't work.
Ursak would have carried him by the feet just so he could hit the ground.
But no, he doesn't quite hit the ground. He's just very, very close.
okay, so you guys get into a room again. It's dark still. It's probably a couple hours past midnight or so, and there's the guy who seemed to be in charge before is there, looking a little groggy. He's, what's going on? You got ambushed? Why were you out in the woods? Who ambushed you? And he's,
It is a very.
hurry up, man! Lives are at stake here.
Do not worry. We prevented anyone from following us. Though those soldiers that attacked us when we initially were here may come back again. I suggest you prepare for them.
Anyone who ambushed you probably already knows where we are. These ruins aren't exactly a secret.
That is true.
I'm pretty sure they don't know where we've gone because I made sure that they didn't follow us.
That is also true.
So they didn't know that you came here. But they probably knew that you left from here. Otherwise, they wouldn't have been waiting in ambush for you.
Yes, we need to have your night shift people need to be ready in case you get attacked. We were ambushed, as were your men that came behind us.
He says, wait a minute. He stands up, goes to the door. You hear like some muttered conversation. And then he comes back. Good idea. Sits down. So tell me, who ambushed you?
Unfortunately, it was a combination of those soldiers and this one. We had thought him
I
an
thought he was-
ally.
steps back. Huh.
Now
know-
we must take him to before our master so that judgment may be passed.
We're gonna have to deal with these soldiers or flee. They've been harassing us for the last couple of weeks. The organization. We can't keep afflicting the merchants, but they've actually been stealing from them as well. We don't know who they are.
Do you have the manpower to overtake them?
To do what?
To overtake them?
Maybe if we catch them unawares, we can catch them as they caught us when many are out. We can catch them in their base and kill their leader.
Do they control the large creatures? I don't know what the name is here.
The ogres? The manticores?
Yes,
We
the
believe
ogres.
so.
Hmm.
They don't seem to. I mean, they're not. They control them. They don't work with them.
They just issue orders to them.
I don't know if they issue orders. It's just they don't
They're
seem to care
pets.
for them.
Hmm.
We've seen them kill the ogres when they've been wounded.
The ogres seem to be the greatest threat to any defenses you could mount, to the point where the additional soldiers needed to do little.
Oh, the ogres aren't that bad. If we know to be aware of them, crossbows will take an ogre out before they get to you. They're big, sure, but they're dumb.
Very well. If you think that you can fortify this location, I suggest we begin immediately, and then we shall leave. And
I'm telling you, fortification won't be enough. They're cutting us off. It's not going to be long before we don't have any supplies coming in. I don't know how they... If only the boss was here.
this boss you speak of, what is his name?
I don't think I should tell you. You're not one of us.
Is it Tobaste?
Tabaste?
Of
That-
course.
That's how you pronounce it around here.
Or Tabaste.
We're horrible people.
No, he's just one of the sergeants. I mean, he and his friends are, they're one of they fancy themselves like elite forces. But I mean, they're good, but they're not the boss.
He was one who led us here until a disagreement made us part ways.
What was the disagreement?
I felt he was being dishonest, and he would not answer.
Huh. That's something else that's above my head. The boss is the one that hired him.
Hmm.
The boss's name is Constantine. Oh, actually, hold on. It's not that. The boss's name is Situbolai. Again, when he says it, you're like, what is that? Like, I feel like in the last couple of weeks, I've sort of started getting used to some of these Sadarad names. That is not a Sadarad name.
I do not believe I have met anything with that name, let alone anyone.
How am I going to remember that name?
Boss man of bandits.
Thank
It
you,
is
Aaron.
now in the notes.
I appreciate that.
Not many have met him. I mean, we all have, but outside of that, it's not like he goes on a parade.
Are you planning on him returning anytime soon, or
We're not sure if he died or not in the attack. Could have been kidnapped, captured for ransom, or murdered. We don't know. And he looks like, generally distraught and confused about what to do. This guy is not used to being in charge.
do you have somewhere where you could go where you have more men, somewhere that's safer, that's more protected than here?
This is everyone I could find, and nowhere's safer than this place. Without the protection, though, I guess none of us would be safe long.
I noticed that you have the messenger birds of a sort. Where,
Chibolai does. None of us know how to use them.
but you do have an allied force that is trading information with you from afar.
Chibolai said he was getting help from allies, information.
Not in the city, though, I assume.
I don't know. He didn't tell me. He just said from all over. Seemed to be useful information. After he'd get them, we would usually be able to hit a really good merchant caravan or avoid a column of soldiers coming through. You're right. We better clear out, though. I mean, it's been 4 days. It's gonna be bad here soon.
It does seem there is little choice at this point.
All right, well, I'm sorry you weren't able to join us.
Where will you
Seems like
go?
freedom will die in this land. We'll go back home, I
Freedom will
suppose.
not die so long as in your heart you remain true to the cause.
I don't know if you've noticed this. Kazim here is a romanticist of war, but I don't think this.
My
needs to-
words have brought men to their feet when they were nothing but piles.
and other men to their knees. Yes, yes. And anyway, I think that your cause does not need to end. Perhaps you can bring your men. We can all travel. We have a master who is very powerful. Perhaps he can help you in success of your cause for freedom.
A master.
Ursak.
And he looks at you like startled. Are you slaves?
Ursak pulls on his collar. Some see it as an unfortunate event, but our master is good to us.
He relaxes. Oh. Okay. You're not with the Heptarchy.
No, we are not with the Hepatarchy. Hepaturchy. How do you say it?
Heptarchy.
The turkeys.
Your man that was injured, when he charged those soldiers that attacked us, he did mention that name.
Those soldiers are Heptarchs? Oh, no wonder. Sadarad is fighting the Khanate, its own forces, and the Heptarch. Oh, plus the wild ogres and the ones that have been bamboozled by magic. Your master can deal with this?
Our master is very powerful, and we have other friends as well in this area that perhaps all can join and help for the cause of freedom.
We'll not be able to pledge to him until we hear his plans and see if he's able to carry them out. But where would we meet him to hear him?
He's in the city,
He's like, we can't go there.
but we can
Bring him out.
Yeah, we can have a place where we can meet up.
Out of character, could we possibly meet with like a tribunal with Kellerman? Because we were going
That's what I was thinking.
Bonus points for thinking of Kellerman.
That's why I said we have other friends. in
Yeah,
this area.
I was going to say I do not think that the ogres are a continued problem. The wild ones.
Ursak and Kelman, we're like brothers
They're
now.
buddies.
So where do we meet?
Okay, so again, out of character, do we have a map of that area, or did we just draw it on the ground? I can't remember.
You know where some maps are.
Yeah.
That-
Let's go. You men have maps of this area. Let's find somewhere on the map that you think will work for these.
Yes, let's go
purposes.
to the. What do you call it? The
War
command?
room?
Whatever. Let's
War
go.
room?
Doesn't matter. I'm not.
Oh.
He waved his hand.
The map room.
Map room. I like. That's. I mean, that's what it is. He's talking. He's talking. I mean, there's maps everywhere. That's pretty much all there is, isn't it?
Yes, I do not understand why some people complicate names.
So you guys are.
Does anyone catch the irony there?
Yeah, I did.
Well played. You guys, you're basically feeling a little bit more relaxed. Like, you're still this threat hanging over you. And you guys, and there's a lot of tension around you. You feel like imminent doom is about to fall in this place. You're not sure why exactly. It's like the soldiers are bad, but you're like, this shouldn't be the imminent doom. It's like, it's bad, but you're not yeah. But this guy's like, pretty good guy, pretty chummy. Reinhardt's still on Kazim's shoulder, by the way.
Yeah, no, I'm treating him like equipment at this point. He doesn't leave me.
So you guys go to the map room. You're able to identify a spot where you want. It could either be at Kelvin's place or someplace near there. It's your choice.
Oh, near the hunting shack.
I think.
Previously.
Yeah.
Well, because
That would be good.
isn't that where we said we would meet him? We'd
Yep.
meet back with him.
That's where you'll meet Kelvin.
Yeah.
You want the bandits going there.
I don't think we want the bandits going there in case problems arise. I think we should be in a neutral zone. I don't want to be like, Kelman, we brought a bunch of people to your house. What's up, bro?
Yeah.
Plus,
That
if I
is
get there
wise. I shall defer to your knowledge of Kellerman. You two seem to have an understanding.
Agreed. I also think that. So I think if we meet and I point to like an area where there's like, I'm assuming I can find this like rocks, big rocks, but also wooded, but a small opening. Does that make sense?
Okay,
How
so
detailed are these maps?
you guys are not that detailed. You'll be able to designate a place. We're gonna go to Reinhardt now, who, while unconscious, is awake in his own mind.
Ooh.
So
You don't mind.
Reinhardt is on a grass plain and there are tents and camels nearby. And he is looking at a figure who's standing. It's the moon that's behind the figure. So, like, as if the sun's behind, you can't really see the features. It's similar with the moon, but less painful to the eye. And it's an enormous moon, fills the sky. And the figure says, "You have no choice. You have to come with me." And Reinhardt knows it's his brother.
Oh, fuck, I hate him. I
Yep.
fucking hate him.
Why?
We don't know yet.
We don't know yet. So what does Reinhardt do or say, or does he do anything?
He will just take off his scarf and just say, "It's all your fault."
And he points at Reinhardt and says, "It is all my fault. I am your beginning and your end. You have no choice." And he spreads the fingers out of his hand and points them. You think at first at you, and you cringe, knowing what that gesture means. But then you realize he's pointing behind you, and you smell smoke coming from the tents. What do you do?
My brother's behind me.
Nope, he's pointed behind you. He's casting a spell behind you. He's setting the tents on fire.
Reinhardt's face will, like from fear, will be like a combination of fear and hatred. And we'll approach the tents to see if there's anybody inside of them.
Interesting. I just want to. So this is cool, but I just point out that is not what I would have expected of Reinhardt.
I think he's trying to burn people.
He's a changed man.
Well, previously in situations like that, he probably would have fled or tried to BS his way out of it. But this time, he seems to be taking direct action. As he starts walking towards the tents, his brother Hunter says, "You can't leave me. You have no choice." And the sand rises up in front of you against your legs, and it becomes, especially for Reinhardt, who's not noted for his strength, very difficult to move forward. And the sand is hot. It's like it's been in a blazing sun all day, and it burns the skin.
I will like to cast Ice Knife at him.
So you
In my
attack
mind.
your brother.
Yeah.
So when you attack him, the attack is swallowed by a wall of fire. He says, "Yes, join me."
Reinhardt.
In the fire, so before we're smoke, now there are tents that are visibly on fire, and you do start to hear some screams. Some of them sound as if they might be children. Others are just camels.
Oh, I get it now. Reinhardt's face will just widen open, and like tears will start coming out of his face, and he will start like, I don't know. That's what he's doing right now. He's having a bad moment. Flashbacks of what happened to him.
And his brother says, "You think this is the past? You see the future, Reinhardt, not the past." And all of a sudden, you are engulfed in flames. And
I will scream,
You
even if I don't feel the fire.
Kasim, as you guys are leaving the map room feeling very accomplished, going to find some place where you can perhaps wake and interrogate, question gently, feed him juice, who knows. Reinhardt, he suddenly starts screaming and thrashing and calling out that it burns.
Okay. I'm going to lay him on the ground rapidly. I am assuming I can't understand that he's saying that it burns, but I will know as soon as I pull the rag out of his mouth.
Correct.
And at that point, God, he's low on health. I don't dare slap him again because that nearly exploded his brain. Natsuma, can you do anything to calm him?
Medicine skill.
And I will be screaming Gabriel's
will.
name as I scream.
What name?
Gabriel.
Gabriel. Okay. Which,
I
by the way,
will-
everybody else would recognize Gabriel as a very famous, infamous nomad who is like probably the most wanted man in that entire continent, not just Mizoon, but well, like a large region of the continent you guys are from, one of the continents you guys are from.
Okay.
So
Are
I take
you-
it that Gabriel is not a common name. It's a very unique name.
It's from a very small tribe of nomads.
Okay.
So there's probably other Gabriels, but there's only one Gabriel.
The Gabriel.
Kind of like Hitler. There's probably other people out there named Hitler, but you know.
Or Adolf, especially, yes.
Yeah. But there's only
Yeah.
one Hitler.
Hide.
All right, so sorry. Go ahead.
I rolled my medicine check. Can I?
He keeps
I rolled-
screaming.
I
You
can't.
see-
I can't do anything. I can't. I don't see any marks or anything. I don't know what to do.
At this moment, Nasima remembers that there's a solve. You guys have, I think, 2 charges of it left, essentially.
I think so.
She thinks with a successful enough
Yeah.
medicine check.
3 charges.
3. Okay.
So,
She thinks with a successful enough medicine check, she'll be able to take some kind of distilling property in this and use it on Reinhardt. She's not exactly sure what the effect is, but it's the only medicine she's aware of in, within any like days
Immediate.
travel.
Very well. Step away. Hopefully this does not kill him.
Oh,
And I
Oh,
raise
no.
my hand to slap him away.
Okay. So what do you guys do?
Do you let me slap him?
you
After
want me to
saying,
hit down the
hopefully this
mountain?
doesn't kill him? What's that, sorry?
do you want me to start another medicine check quick, or?
No, hold on. Kasim is going to slap Reinhardt. Nasima would probably think that there's a decent chance it will kill him. What does she do?
Yeah. I hold my hand up to stop him. Like, don't slap him. I don't think he needs that again.
We must wake him. This is obviously him in agony. And though he is a betrayer, I cannot stand this kind of agony.
He is bleeding from his mouth. You think he might have bitten his tongue a little bit, because in his thrashing.
perhaps death is his best option at this point.
Or such a
If
good-
there's nothing we can do for him, then this is the best we can do.
Okay, Nasima, you are adrenaline fueled. Go ahead and make your medicine check. You have advantage, and it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter because I rolled the same.
But 14, you feel like you could probably distill a couple of these poultices down if you had 5 minutes and some hot water. You could get something that you might be able to force feed Reinhardt. They'll probably taste like the worst thing he's ever had, or at least had in a long time. But it's
And
again
Kasim does not know that you think this.
no. So what are you gonna do?
What am I gonna do?
You need 5 minutes in hot water, and you think you have
Yes.
a chance of doing something. What does Nasima do?
Somebody give me some water now.
Do you want to communicate to Kasim that you think you can do something?
I think, and I shout out to the nearest guy, nearest bandit, to get me hot water. To Kasim, I think I can get him to calm down. I need 5 minutes. Give me 5 minutes. If I can't, then we go with your plan.
It seems like Reinhardt is damaging himself and is flailing around.
Okay. Are there any archers nearby or arrows laying around or anything like that?
Sure.
Okay. I grab an arrow and I actually stick it in his mouth so he can no longer bite himself.
Okay.
And then
What?
I just hold him to the ground.
When Kazim's plan doesn't work, can we go with my plan?
Okay, what's your plan?
Your plan?
Beat me to
To-
death.
Yeah, kill him. Put him out of his
Kill
misery.
Oh,
How long will this take?
5
the guy,
minutes.
the guy
Where?
went off, by the way, and he's, it's actually, there's probably what he grabs is he comes back with this. It's kind of a kettle. The guards are probably using it to brew something of the equivalent of, or actually in this land it is probably coffee of some kind, or something like coffee, hot drink. Try to stay awake at night. He says, "Will this work?" And
Yes.
He's looking at Reinhardt with horror on his face.
Yes, and I grab the kettle from his hand, and then I open my medicine kit, and I start preparing this mixture for him.
Roll a medicine check. If Reinhardt wants to give her inspiration, he can do so.
Yeah, I got nothing else to do.
Okay. So he has advantage. 23, nice. All right, you brew this thing. You brew it fast. You thought it would take you 5 minutes. You're like, I've got this. As you were dropping these crushed dry leaves into the water, you're able to pull out parts that you think actually would detract from the potency, and you actually do it faster than that. You then feed, kind of force a few dribbles into Reinhardt's mouth. Reinhardt, roll me a con check. Con save, I should say. Sorry.
There's a slight difference there.
Minimal, but a
Same
slight one.
thing for me.
Okay, you pass out. You have a moment of thinking you felt like the fire got inside of you, and it's burning up your guts, and coming out of your mouth, and then nothing. So Reinhardt is calm again.
He is still breathing, but
Can I check for a pulse?
He's alive.
Okay.
So yeah, you do check for. I mean, it's just like as you're doing that, I mean, like you're like, you dying?
Oh my god, I just killed him.
Yeah,
I'm
exactly.
pretty sure I'm basically crying.
Actually, probably there are tears coming from Reinhardt's eyes, even unconscious at this point.
There's something sinister at work here. I can feel it.
this is well outside of my expertise. I think it is best if we get back to the master as soon as possible.
They may have someone here who could possibly help.
You guys know that they don't. I mean, everyone you've seen is.
Freaking
Did
out.
they carry people off though earlier to some kind of medic?
Oh yeah, there were a couple of field
A
medics.
medic. Yeah, maybe.
I don't think a medic can handle this. I barely could handle this.
You can go get him though. So Urshak, let's say Urshak goes and sees if he can find him. He brings a person back. He says, "I'm a surgeon, man. I cut out arrows and stitch up blades that don't kill. I hope they don't die from disease later."
Do you have any poultices like this one? And he gestures to the medicine kit.
Where'd you get that? That's good stuff.
Purchased it in town. I'm glad that we had it.
No, merchants don't carry stuff like that through very often. At least not that we've found. You're lucky.
Well,
No, the right people.
Sorry, Aaron, what was...
just go ahead, because what you're saying is probably takes precedence.
No, go ahead.
So we need to, perhaps Kazim is right. We need to get him back to Zachariah. If not him personally, someone in the city surely can help him.
Okay, so we're gonna... Guys, what do you want to do? Because that's the good... This is the session.
Okay.
Okay.
Pretty heavy session, I would say.
I got into some hard shit. Holy crap.
But everyone's lived so far, even though things aren't coming out clean. You are
Your socks
surviving.
are really worn out.
Yep.
Mentally exhausted.
So you guys want to sleep before you leave? You want to leave immediately? I mean, you do feel that time is of the essence. Again, there's kind of this feeling of doom hanging over the castle. The ruins.
How far away from the city? How many days? A few?
2.5 days.
My
To the south.
Go ahead.
my opinion is to get the Forest Ruins people to head out of here right away. We head to Zachariah. You two go Zachariah. I'll go to Kellerman. And we'll have everyone meet back up in the middle.
Okay. Anyone disagree?
I believe that we should leave out tonight.
I agree.
Eliminate as much possibility of forces attacking.
Giovanni, what's your opinion? This is metagaming, but what's your opinion?
Hey guys, I would like a health potion. No,
Okay.
No, Giovanni, not Reinhardt.
Yeah.
What is your opinion?
Leave.
Like
Now?
What do you think
Right
would
now.
be the best story? Leaving now or waiting?
Waiting so you guys can have like full strength.
I don't think so.
I disagree.
I feel like time's of the essence here.
Then leave.
Okay. So
All right, so that's what's going to happen next session. You guys are going to be leaving 3 or so in the morning. It'll be cold, it'll be dark. You don't feel like things have been going super well lately.
no, but fortunately, the three of us that are still mobile are the three of us that have either dark vision or an availability of dark vision.
That is true. And Jenny, Nasima would have had an opportunity to get her key points back.
Which I am